Deep breathing and meditation is something that I love to focus on because it's very, very important to me. Better oxygen supply is very, very important. Here are a couple facts about breathing properly and meditation, and how breathing properly and meditation can help you to live a better, fuller life. And it's especially good on Shabbat, when you can rest and focus on your breathing and rest your mind. I think this is all connected, because the breath is the very essence of life itself. That's how it all began, of the breath of life, the breath of Elohim, to the first man, human, Adam. He breathed the breath of life into his nostrils. So therefore, it went through the nostrils first. So therefore, to properly breathe, first you must inhale through your nostrils. Out the mouth. Very, very important to take deep breaths through your nostrils, out your mouth. Do this. You don't have to be necessarily meditating to do this. You could do this whenever you're sitting, lying down, whether you're reading quietly to yourself, or you're just relaxing, or walking. Try your best. But again, it all begins with the breath of life. The breath of life was through the nostrils. So this shows us in the Torah, from the very Torah, that it went through the nostrils first. So therefore, the proper way to breathe is through the nostrils first. Out the mouth. And as we exhale, our final breath, we exhale through the mouth as well. It's interesting that the first breath is through the nostrils, and the final breath is exhaled through the mouth when we breathe our last breath. So, let me make sure we're back on here. Okay, just making sure that we're still here. So let's look at some facts here. Number one, better oxygen supply. This is number one, a basic fact. Every single cell in our body needs oxygen as fuel. Oxygen is needed in vital cellular processes on which life depends. This is a fact. And all you have to do is contribute your little part in the process by breathing deeply, like I said, the breath of life through the nostrils, exhale through the mouth, which also signifies and significantly improves the quality of the blood. So it signifies the blood flow, and it significantly improves the quality of the blood itself. So it's incredible that deep breathing can help the flow of your blood. Very, very important. Number two, breathing correctly and breathing deeply calms down the nerves. Now, we've all have had our moments throughout the day, maybe all the time, where we have our nerves are rattled because of the week, because of what we have to deal with. It calms down the nerves simply by breathing properly. Breathing deeply and slowly, but not too slow as to actually reduce the volume of your air intake. It gives your nerves time to relax. And thanks to the increased amount of oxygen, the major parts of your nervous system, the spinal cord, the nerves in your brain, and the brain itself are better nourished by this proper way of breathing. So very, very beneficial. Moreover, deep breathing has been shown to cause the brain to increase its release of so-called pleasure neurochemicals, thereby giving you a better mood altogether, or disposition. Number three, it relaxes the muscles, your muscles. When the nerves are calmed down, the muscles naturally follow along with this. Deep breathing, especially during or after a stressful day at work, can reduce the occurrence of muscle stiffness and can enhance your overall sense of well-being. Number 4, it lowers blood pressure because breathing deeply relaxes the muscles and the body's arteries or veins, those little tubes through which our blood is transported throughout the body, are essentially muscles. Then a lowered blood pressure is also, through this, also one of the benefits of deep breathing, which is incredible. Number 5, there's not going to be much more, just 2 more, okay? It strengthens the lungs and the heart. One of the major benefits of deep breathing or proper breathing is how it reduces the workload on the heart itself, your very heart. By regular practice of deep breathing, proper breathing, you consequently strengthen and make your lungs more efficient than ever. And because there is much more oxygen in the blood because of this, the heart is not so overly taxed or pushed, thereby cutting it some slack, giving it a break, so to speak. The bottom line, the more oxygen the heart receives, the better the lungs and the heart in doing their jobs, the better overall health you enjoy altogether from all of this. That's the bottom line about all of this. Number 6, improves the management of certain psychological issues as well. So it helps with depression, anxiety, stress, and all the things that I mentioned. It helps with all of those things. Number 7, it enhances the power of meditation itself, breathing meditation. Of course, one of the foremost benefits of deep breathing is how it is integrated in meditation. Without it, the goals of a meditation session would be simply not met at all. With the increased assimilation of oxygen, your brain automatically produces neurochemicals that calm you down. This, along with the calming effects of deep breathing, all work together in greatly improving the power and focus of meditation itself. So, the bottom line is breathing properly is so important and beneficial not only for your body, but for your mental health, psychological health. It benefits everything. Good for your organs. The essence of life. The essence of life. The breath of life. It all connects. So try to focus on that, especially on Shabbat, to rest your mind. And through that, it helps to concentrate and focus on deep breathing itself. So very, very important. So anyways, we're going to see if anybody shows up, some family. If you just joined us, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That way more of the family will join us. If it's just not a good time, we'll just cut the chat short and then I'll just go about relaxing the rest of the day. Just thought I'd get together with you guys and speak with you all. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome, Blue Man. You are my number one man. Appreciate it. Shabbat Shalom, Sebastian. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. I was speaking about meditation and breathing properly to rest the mind. It's very, very important. So if you missed anything, I will upload this. Yes, I did have a very restful Shabbat so far, and as I get towards the end, I hopefully will continue. Plan on lying down and doing some deep breathing meditation to feel better. Very good to relax your mind, especially after a long week. Some people have more stressful times than others, so breathing is very, very essential. And sleep. Lack of sleep really affects everything. This is just some of the effects of the lack of sleep. I'm just going to go over it very briefly, okay? We went through breathing already, which you didn't miss anything. If you watch the upload when it goes on YouTube, you'll see whatever you missed. Lack of sleep. What are the problems with lack of sleep? Number 1, this is proven fact. You lose your sense of humor when you're tired. It can seem like an effort even to crack a smile. Research shows we become generally less emotionally expressive, but especially to amusing stimuli when we are missing or lacking sleep. One study invited 23 people to watch funny and sad film clips before and after they were randomly assigned to a night of good sleep, some with deprivation, meaning lack of sleep, or normal night's sleep. The ones who didn't get good sleep did not react. The timing was off. They didn't react to comedy. They didn't react to anything sad. They were almost like drones. Whereas the people that got good rest were very attentive, alert. They laughed. They felt the emotion. You lose focus of these things. You're not yourself. So that's why it's so important that we get enough sleep. And if it's possible, take a nap throughout the day. Something that's not very popular today, but very, very important. It is the angels. Oh, welcome, Rob V, Dante, Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Jaden, my brother, Shabbat Shalom. We got some winners here today. Let's give an applause here. We got some winners here today. Don't worry, everyone is watching. I'm going to make sure that this one is uploaded. We did talk about breathing properly, which is so important, especially when we have this focus of rest on Shabbat, which I emphasize a lot on, is mental rest. So whatever you missed, please watch it again because there's very good information about breathing properly. So just a run through, I was speaking about the breath of life. Elohim breathed the breath of life into the nostrils of the first Adam, human. The breath of life through the nostrils, and this is why proper breathing is through the nostrils, out through the mouth, exhaling through the mouth. This is why when we die, usually the last breath comes through the mouth. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is the way we should properly breathe. And the slower we breathe, the more relaxed we become, the more we can relax our mind. And I went through all the benefits. It helps with your mental acuity, helps your heart, your lungs, your whole body. It helps with anxiety, helps with stress, just breathing properly in your day-to-day life. We're so used to, throughout the day, we don't even notice it. We just breathe. Even when we talk, we're just taking little short breaths. We don't even realize. We are so bad at breathing. We must come back to our senses to breathe properly. For our hearts and our whole entire body and our being, the breath is the origin of everything when it comes to life itself, as far as within our physical bodies. So let us reflect tonight on Shabbat on the very essence of life itself that was given to us by Elohim through the breath of life. That's what I want to focus on tonight. That the breath of life that was given by Elohim, we must focus. We must focus on the breath of life because it is the essence of health and all things that makes life so meaningful. It all begins with the breath. So, now Rob V has a question asking about angels. Yes. Well, we see throughout the Hebrew scriptures that Elohim is in control of all things. Good, evil, not saying that he is evil, but he is in control of all things. Now, when he does something, it's considered, especially when it comes to destroying wicked people or wicked cities, it says that he will bring this evil upon them. Now, the word is not meant as in the Christian term of evil, or forgive me, I'm not trying to be offensive, but it's a different form of evil as in how we're taught evil is translated. It's very, very good, Blue Red, that you do that. It's very important that you breathe through the nose and try to keep remembering to go back to the essence of breath, to breathe properly, because we are doing it wrong too much. And because of that, we're exhausted, we're out of breath, and we have so many heart issues. There's so many things that can go wrong. We must focus. Well, we as Karaites, we don't follow Kabbalah, so we only follow the Hebrew scriptures. But Kabbalah is a bunch, mystical things. There's some a lot of wisdom in there, but there's a lot of things that go way off the page into the mystical realm and things that are forbidden in the Torah itself. So therefore, we as Karaites, apart from our Orthodox brothers and sisters, we don't enter into that realm of following Kabbalistic theology, and because it delves very, very much into things that we're not supposed to go down, avenues we're not supposed to go down. It goes way off the page. There is a lot of wisdom in there, but then again, there's a lot of things that are forbidden and pushing on the blasphemous point of view. So, just to answer your question, only the Hebrew scriptures, Tanakh alone. That's what we focus on, Hebrew scriptures. No Talmud, no Kabbalah, no Mishnah, just the Hebrew scriptures. In fact, that's what Karaite, Kara or Mikra is the Hebrew for what is today. It's the ancient form of what today is Tanakh, which is the Hebrew Bible. So it's literally like saying Hebrew Bible-ite or Tanakh-ite. Karaite. Kara is the same thing, ancient Hebrew for the Hebrew scriptures alone. So. Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you for joining us, Mr. Afifi. We really appreciate you being here. And we're just having a get-together, a nice chat. And I was speaking about breathing and meditation. So don't worry, if you missed anything, please watch it. This is a very, very important live stream, and I really want you guys to understand. I do want to go over the effects of lack of sleep, and I went through it quite a bit. I'm not going to go over the same stuff, but again, this will be uploaded. But it really, really affects you. You must, if you don't get good sleep, you got to try to take a nap, even if it's just for a few moments, a few minutes in your chair. Take a snooze. They used to call them cat naps, where people would, in the middle of the day, they would take naps. Even in Japan, they have break times where the workers can take naps on the job. I think that's something that used to be, that should be today as well, but it's not. It's not mainstream in the workplace here. So yeah, that's right. The knowledge is in here, the word of Elohim. But again, what I was just saying was everything to do with sleep and breath. It all comes down to, again, the breath of life, the essence of everything. Sleep is so important to rest the mind as well. So if you have time to just stop everything, turn off the TV, turn off everything. Like for me, I decided to, rest in the middle of the day for about an hour and a half. I just closed my eyes and just breathe, and I fell asleep, and I feel really, really good. I was just not feeling myself. I was feeling sluggish, kind of down a little bit. And I was like, I don't like to feel like this, especially on Shabbat, So after I rested, I just felt so good. That's why I wanted to have this discussion with all of you and talk to you about how important this is to me. And I really care about how you guys live too. And I want you guys to do the right thing too. Because especially in the world we live in, it's very, very stressful. It's very important to me that we get back to the basic elements and essence of the life itself that was given to us by Elohim through the breath of life, the very first point of life itself for the first human, Adam. So that's why it's important. Nathan Toy, is it okay to love God? Of course, because he loves us. He loves us so much that he says, I want to tell you something, Brother Nathan. In the Ten Commandments, specifically if you open up Exodus, or look it up if you want to, Exodus chapter 20. In that chapter, that's Elohim speaking the first words of the Ten Commandments to 3 million people. And he says that he is a jealous God, The word there in Hebrew is kana, and it's often translated as jealous. And I want you guys to understand what this actually means. He talks about not having any other gods but him. And then he goes on to say not to make statutes, idols. He wants all of our love. And he actually, the word there, kana, which is translated as jealous, actually means to blush in the face, to turn red. The discoloration of the face, that his hurt, the jealousy is so much that it literally changes the complexion, not literally, but this is the language of the words he speaks, that the word kana means to literally change color in the face of pain, hurt at the thought of you being in love with any other god or any other deity or any other lust, that he wants all your affection because he loves you so much. So it's very, very Nathan Troy asks, "Can he wish Ben a happy birthday?" Is he there right now? Let's see what's said here. So yeah, Ben, happy birthday from Nathan Toy, from me. Happy birthday. Hope you have a blessed birthday and you have a wonderful day with your family or your friends. Let's see here. So we're just waiting and seeing. We're just having a good time here. So lack of sleep. It says you struggle. These are from the experts. You struggle to read emotions also when you lack sleep. Missing out on sleep not only makes you less emotionally expressive, it also creates difficulty reading the facial expressions of other people. Did you know that? Number 3, you're less able to cope with stress itself when you lack sleep. You can't deal with stress as good as you will if you actually take time to rest or take a nap or sleep your full time that you're supposed to sleep. While sleep deprivation dulls our emotional sensitivity, it also impairs our emotional resilience. This makes us less able to handle stressful situations and more likely to overreact or get more upset. Number 4, the obvious, you become more irritable and have erratic activity. It's really bad. So it messes up the connection of the brain that regulates the functions of these things and takes it off the hinges. And that's why we're very snappy, negative. This is all from lack of sleep. So we are not to our full potential in both subjects, whether breathing or sleeping. So we must, I want this message to be listened to by all of you. I want you guys to really pay attention here. Please focus on your breathing and sleeping, resting, because if you don't, it will affect how you live, and it probably already has affected. So if you want a better way of life, start focusing on these 2 things when it comes to your physical well-being. You understand? Anyways, you're very, very welcome. Absolutely, Ben. And Shabbat Shalom to you. Welcome. I appreciate you coming here today. Yeah, happy birthday. Hope you have a beautiful birthday, okay? Rank. It's called Hakam. It's the equivalent of a rabbi. But, okay, so the term rabbi, it means great one, which is something that's a little, for us, it's a little too prominent, and we don't like that term. So the word Hakam means learned one who is educated biblically. So that's the difference. So we don't want to be called great one. We want to be called, again, Hakam means learned one or wise one, but it doesn't have this thing of great one. Oh, great one. It's more like learned one, someone who's learned in the scriptures. So that's the difference between rabbi and Hakam, Hakham. That's what a Karaite leader is called. That's what I'm called. So there's the difference. But no disrespect to a rabbi. It's just for us we have a different term. We don't call, you're free to call that if it's easier, but we don't think that we're so great. The thing we're trying to do is teach the scriptures. So that's the difference. But most of the time, people use the term rabbi because it's easier to say, and I'm okay with that. We've got some great people here joining us today, so I really appreciate you coming down. Let me see. Oh, the black box on the forehead, phylacteries, they call them. Basically, it's supposed to be, it has the little Torah scrolls inside. It's just, it's taken as literal. It's in the Torah, which says to bind them put them across your foreheads, bind them around your wrists, around your arms. They take these passages into literal context, whereas we take these more as figurative. Not literal, but figurative. So that's the difference. So anyways, yeah. Number 5, one more point I want to say. It affects our ability to learn when we lack sleep. So again, this is one of the more obvious ones. When you sleep less, your ability to learn goes down. So I hope that you guys focus on sleep, resting more, and try not to stay up so late just because you feel like you can. Get that extra rest so that you feel better and you're more ready for the day, ready to do what you need to do and focus better. So anyways, looks like we're not really having much of a turnout today. Well, the focus was put on the greatness and the almost, I don't want to say worship of the rabbis, but the venerance of the rabbis was given. For example, you'll see in the Talmud, it says that, that God himself, even when they write in the Talmud sometimes that God himself even questioned them. And they're like, hey, God, you gave us the Torah. It's not in heaven anymore. It's down here. So basically stay out of this, butt out now. So they really have this, at least the ancient sages, rabbis, felt like they had this greatness here on earth to where they're in charge of the Torah and the teachings and so forth. So therefore they felt that that was the perfect terminology for themselves to be called great one, because they're almost to the point of worship. But there are a lot of humble rabbis, like Tovia Singer, very approachable, very kind, nothing like this. So we can't paint everything with a broad brush because that's just wrong. But it stemmed from that. Yeah, I think they all are. Everyone is meditating, I guess. Well, I was hoping more would turn out today, but it looks like people have better things to do, and that's okay. It is Shabbat, so poor Blues man, he's probably be better off in the forest, doing what he does, instead of wasting his time. Nothing going on here, but you know what? I'm having a good time no matter what. It's nice to have you all and be with you guys. Shalomski, shalom to you. Welcome. Shabbat shalom. So don't worry, I will upload this so that you can learn. We were talking about breathing and meditation, and also lack of sleep and how it's very bad for you. So don't worry, it'll all be uploaded so you can watch whatever you missed, okay? Sure, go ahead, Mr. Ofifi. Go ahead. You can ask me one more question. Yes, blue, red. It seems to be that way. Although if you present it to them, they'll probably have a heart attack and, scream and yell and say it's not the case. I can't say either way because I don't like to disrespect or paint everything with a broad brush. But there is a lot of things that went off the page, and the focus became on human beings, and that's the biggest problem. Is almost the idolization, almost like celebrities. How celebrities are made into sort of godlike. Everything is, it's like we're living in Rome all over again. Rome has never really left. It is the last beast. It is the beast that rules over the last final kingdom over Israel and over the earth. And people are waking up. People are rising up against the so-called New World Order that's trying to take over. People are waking up all over the earth and fighting back. And the so-called New World Order is realizing this, and they're on panic mode. People are waking up to everything. Whether it's the true creation of the earth, that it's not a globe. That's the biggest part, the biggest lie ever told. The globe lie, that we're living on a spinning globe. The biggest lie ever perpetrated by mankind to deceive all of us from the true creation of Elohim. Lie after lie after lie to control the masses, to make themselves as gods, just as Rome did. Again, all over again. Everything around you is Greco-Roman, pagan filth. Everything. Days of the week, months, celebrations, theology, everything. Roman, everything. Let's see. What if the Muslims have already built the third temple and the temple? No, it's Rome. It's similar to Babylon, but it's Rome. Same thing. It's still pagan idolatry. But no, it's more Roman than anything. Nothing really Babylonian. It's really Roman. The Romans took it to the next level. That's why we have the Greco-Roman numerals, alphabet, names of the week. It's not Babylonian, it's Rome. Everything around you is all from the Greco-Roman paganism. Everything. So, welcome to everyone. Really? The thumbs up button has been missing on the past couple of chats. Yeah, I really truly believe that somebody has hacked into my, still hacked into this YouTube channel. We have people that are watching over this YouTube channel. We got Bluesman, we got others, and I also got people in Google who are looking into this right now, and others in higher positions of the law that's looking into this. So we're going to track these people, where they live, everything. So it's happening right now, feds and everything. So I'm looking into this. So whoever's having fun right now, guaranteed they're going to be brought in for sure. So keep it up. Yep, Vatican. Everywhere you look, the Vatican, it goes back to Rome, Vatican. It's all there. And I want to say again, Shabbat Shalom to everyone. I'm so glad you joined us. So anyways, don't worry. If you just joined us, you didn't miss anything, okay? Oh, I love it. Bible says letter. Shalom, shalom. Welcome. Yes, mine's about to end pretty soon right now. I'm very, very happy to have you here. Finally, we have some people that believe in the actual true creation here. Yeah, there's people that claim everything everywhere you go. Scratch, hello and welcome. Shalom to you. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. If you're here, we're just having a nice, a nice chat here at the end of Shabbat. And I was talking about breathing and meditation, and also the problems with lack of sleep. So don't worry, whatever you missed, please watch it, because this is a very, very important live stream. Very important, okay? Will you guys promise me you'll watch this if you missed anything, because it's very important. Would really appreciate it. If you just got here, please hit the thumbs up button, okay? So we can have some more of our friends here. All right, Rob V. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You're always welcome here, and thank you again. So I'm just waiting around for some more. If you just got here, please hit the thumbs up button. Hopefully we'll get more to join us if you haven't done so already. Again, please hit the thumbs up button, the like button. It'll help benefit many others. Okay, let's go into a couple more here, okay? Number 6, for lack of sleep. What are the problems with lack of sleep? Listen to this. It impairs our memory. This is a big problem. Big problem. So again, when you don't sleep enough and you don't get enough sleep and you don't take that nap when you can take it, missing just a single night's sleep can seriously impair your memory. This is from studies, years and years of studies. Can impair your memory badly. Not only can it make it more difficult to remember words and names, it can also lead to the creation of false memories, says researchers at Michigan State University and the University of California. Number 7, you can't concentrate. The biggest thing that happens when you're sleep deprived is that your ability to focus and pay attention slips. This is a huge problem with lack of sleep. Number 8, your reaction time slows down. That's a big problem. Number 9, when you don't sleep enough, you crave high-calorie food, bad food for you. Too little sleep brings a form of what you call the munchies. According to researchers from the University of Chicago and other universities, they found that sleep deprivation boosted brain chemicals for an appetite for bad quality foods, things that are of no benefit to your body, sweet or salty, high-fat foods. This is what happens with lack of sleep. It's very interesting. A lot of bad things happen, more and more. And number 10, lastly, it really affects your immune system. Lack of sleep. This is your ability to fight diseases, fight the cold, fight the flu, fight viruses, fight cancer, and other things. If your immune system goes down, this is really bad. So remember again, it is so important to breathe properly, slowly through your nose, out your mouth, and to get enough sleep. And if you can, start taking a nap in the day. This will help you. Taking a nap is like rebooting your brain. The Japanese are highly believing in taking naps during the day. And you see the results. Their minds and how they work, it's just incredible. Yeah. Yeah, I apologize to those. I did go live and then I had to do it again, so that's what happens with that. So I'm going to try my best to not let that happen. There's some issues with my, again, I'm doing this through a phone. This is not a laptop, this is a phone, so it's difficult to do these sorts of things at the moment, but hopefully soon that'll get fixed. But again, well, that's very good, Chastity, that you got good sleep and you ate better food. It's very important that you do so. So again, breathing carefully through your nose. Deep breath. Let's try it, everybody. Let's do it, all of us, together, okay? Let's do it together, okay? Let's just try to breathe properly. We can just do this for about a minute, okay? Just 1 minute. Just close your eyes for 1 minute and breathe through your nose, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, breathe. Breathe. Through your mouth. And through your nose. Out your mouth. Nose. Mouth. Don't be shy. Do it with me. Come on. Through your nose. Don't feel ashamed. This is the essence of life itself. This is how Adam breathed the first breath. Imagine the first breath of our Abba, our Elohim, breathing into our nostrils. As you breathe, imagine first breath. Ready? Go. Release. Through your nose. Slow. Release. You're helping your heart, your lungs, all your organs, your blood flow, your brain, your mind, your stress. Breathe in. Let all the stress go. Breathe in. Release. So good for you. So good for you. I know in this sick world of perversion and stupidity, they make you feel like you're stupid for doing this. Stop paying attention to this. Listen to your body. It's the essence of life itself. So it's very, very important that you focus on your breathing because it helps everything. You feel so much better after relaxing the mind and breathing properly. Very, very important. So I can go on and on and on again. And lastly, one study found that levels, listen to this, of white blood cells, which are a key part of the body's immune response, fell, this is negative, fell dramatically in people deprived of sleep for 48 hours. So if you miss 48 hours of sleep, your white blood cells are going to dip down really low to the dangerous area. They return to normal after a recovery sleep. So even if you go without sleep, get the sleep you need because they recover when you do so. You see how powerful this is? That the body heals itself. Elohim made it to where the body can heal itself and rejuvenate itself by how you take care of your body. Sleeping, breathing, simple things that we don't do, we don't focus on. Simple things. So what I'd like you to take away from this discussion is to return to the essence of breathing through your nose, out your mouth, and also please get the sleep that you need. And if you can sleep some more, get the rest you need for your sake of your body, your health, everything. The essence of life. So that's the message. Yes, do that, Sister Chastity, and look for meditation. Now they have hour, 2 hour, 3 hour meditations that are not based on spirituality, but just the sounds of the ocean, things that are of nature, like raindrops. You can listen to that with a beautiful piano, the ocean, or the sounds of the animals. They have these meditations that go on for hour, 2 hours. Listen to something. All of you watching. Find a meditation that has nothing to do with anything religious or some kind of, thing that has to do with supernatural, but look for natural sounds, like the sounds of water, raindrops, or the ocean, or the waves, or the rivers flowing, the animals, and focus on your breathing and start breathing. Lie down, rest on the couch, whatever it takes. Just take a few minutes, close your eyes, and breathe and relax your mind and watch how much better your day becomes literally after just a few minutes of concentrating and focusing on your own breathing and relaxing your mind. So this is why it's so important for me to share with you that Shabbat is not just physical rest. We must focus on mental rest more so today than ever in history, because mentally we are exhausted. We are completely, just completely toasted when it comes to mental stress and mental we're overdrawn, we're overblown with information, and our minds are just really, really. No, it is not harmful at all. Not at all harmful to sleep to music. Not at all. Um, I would suggest doing the sounds of nature with the little beautiful piano playing. They have really beautiful stuff that has nothing to do with any kind of religious thing, but just the sounds of nature with a nice, beautiful, like a piano chord or strings, something beautiful with the. Those are beautiful to listen to. They have 3-4 hours. You can play them. You'll fall asleep 5 minutes sometimes listening to that, just breathing properly. So I'm going to leave you for now. I hope for those of you who are just ending Shabbat, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Shabbat rest, and that you focus again on mental rest, not just physical, mental rest. Take a break from the stress of the mind, the worries of the mind, and the distractions of the mind. So this is very important. This is why I wanted to come here to speak with you all. And so that's that. And enjoy the rest of your Shabbat, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, all of you, family. And I appreciate you all so much. And thank you again. So whatever you missed, don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I will upload it, and you can enjoy whenever you choose, okay? Thank you again, everyone. And Shabbat Shalom. You're very welcome, 240 Robert A. I hope you could join us again. Go ahead, before I go, Blue Red, could you answer me? Let me see if I missed your question here. I don't do that information online. I apologize. But have a great day, okay? Shabbat Shalom.